Hi, Rabbi. I want to ask you today about the most pressing issue on President Trump's mind, redesigning the Haynes Point golf course. Now, this is a matter of national importance, but slightly less important is his concern with Pickaxe Mountain and his suggestion that we're going to go back to bombing it. And after having proven that traditional bombs do not penetrate a quarter mile of solid granite, the only options left are a nuclear solution, not the big mushroom cloud kind, but the kind that essentially just starts to melt the ground underneath it for a mile or more in order to destroy something. Does the Talmud have something about that in its contents?
It does, Joe. And I really want to argue for a tactical nuclear device using the Talmud. If we turn to Sanhedrin, it's called the law of the pursuer. If someone is actively pursuing another person to kill them, Jewish law permits and sometimes even requires stopping them by force, even if lethal force is necessary, if nothing else will work. It's called Rodef, the law of the pursuer. Now, the law was built for one person chasing another. However, in my reading, rabbis say it's not limited to a person. It's a country. If one country is racing to build a weapon it openly says it's going to use to destroy you, then you are required to destroy them. And if our only weapon is a nuclear device, let's use it. Now, from the Talmud, another section supporting this. If someone is coming to kill you, rise early and get them first. Huh? Huh? This is the oldest. Don't wait for the first punch. It's the backbone about a preemptive strike. And that's what we're talking about here, Joe. And the Talmud would support us in the law of the pursuer and in a preemptive strike. That's for it, Joe.
Well, and it jibes with yet another classic argument, Han shot first. I'm not sure that that really applies here because looking at it, yes, it's the government of Iran currently wants to build, whether they admit it or not, weapons of mass destruction to destroy Israel and defend themselves and destroy the United States and blow up everything around them. But it's the government of Iran. And what we found is that getting rid of the weapons itself, getting rid of the army itself, blowing up the navy, they shot up a harbor again yesterday, isn't going to defeat this notion. They're, the government of Iran is going to find a way. I've always maintained, and I've had this argument so many times in the last month, it's getting wearying, that the people of Iran are what we should be doing. We should be supporting an overthrow of the government, peacefully or otherwise. I don't think violence is ever the real solution, but until there's a regime change, nothing is going to happen.
Now, I'll give you support from the Torah, Joe, and for your argument that we shouldn't be doing this. And that Deuteronomy states, don't destroy what you don't have to destroy. Even when besieging an enemy city, you're forbidden from chopping down the fruit trees around it. No wasteful destruction, even in war. And the rule about trees became a whole principle against wasteful, disproportionate destruction. A weapon that poisons the ground for years, way after the war is over, the the weapon that would go against the people themselves, our Torah says don't do it. And then we go back to our Talmud. And the Talmud once again points out, if you could have stopped the pursuer, and this is what you're saying, Joe, if you could have stopped the pursuer by wounding them instead of killing them, and you killed them anyway, you're liable. Force has to match the actual threat. And so what Rodef, the law of the pursuer, has a built-in limit. If a smaller strike, if something else could do, jumping straight to the nuclear will break the rule to justify acting against it. So there you have it, Joe. I just proved what you said according to Jewish law.
Well, it's nice to know my Hebrew studies are paying off, but I still wonder where is all this going to go because I don't think a violent solution or a revolution, any kind of military action is going to destroy an ideology. And isn't that what we're dealing with Iran? Their government is basing their justification for the destruction of Israel, for the subjugation of the female half of their population, based on an ideology that is not supported anywhere, even in the Quran, really. Uh, and so any kind of you can't kill a religion with bullets.
Joe, I'm not going to tell you who's right. And our own tradition, I just gave you very quickly Jewish pro and con. And individuals who take scripture seriously are using the same arguments on each side. They're taking from Deuteronomy, they're taking from the Torah. What's important is Judaism won't let us skip the argument. You don't get save a life without sitting with don't destroy wastefully. You don't get to strike first without only as much force as you need. Listeners and viewers, you have to hold on to both. And if someone tells you it's simple and they quote one side or the other, you heard it from us. We can argue both sides. It's not simple. It's up to us to make a decision, but don't pick one side or the other because they have a better soundbite.
I'm Teddy Roosevelt guy at heart, walk softly but carry a big stick. But I have a feeling stick is going to stick around for a while.
I'm asking everyone, don't jump to either pro or con, because too often we don't listen to the arguments, we don't think about it. This is too serious to let one person convince you and then another person back and forth. Let's sit with both the pro and the con, weigh it, and come up with your decision as to what we should be doing.